for every 40 seconds, one person commits suicide. 1 out of 4 persons is diagnosed with depression. 1 million people globally are depressed. These are the frequent cases that have been experienced worldwide. Mental health, depression, anxiety, and a lot more. Hi guys, welcome to Young and Responsible. I am your host Mario Okubo. And today I am happy to be joined by two very experienced guests in the same field of mental health. One who is a medical analyst and another one who is a mentor in the field of mental health. Karibuni sana wageni.
Thank you.
So on my left, I will welcome you to introduce yourself to our viewers. Tell us something about you, what you do, and yeah.
So my name is Brian.
Sauti kidogo.
I'm Brian. I'm a psychologist by profession. I'm a mental health advocate, and I work with young people, especially on issues of mental health. And my area of focus is basically behavior change and attitude modification among young people, basically focusing on all aspects of mental health and access to health.
Thank you. Welcome, Brian. It's good to have you. And to my right, I have one very happy gentleman. I doubt if he's ever been depressed. Kindly introduce yourself to our guest.
Yes, thank you. My name is Anthony Ofula. I am a medical scientist by profession. And apart from that, I also do holistic coaching and training. And my main focus is changing of mind perception, changing of mind and how you live. I like dealing on that area a lot. So how to combine science and life issues together in scriptures. Yeah.
Thank you. And he's also an author. He has a very wonderful book which we'll share with you guys later. So our topic for today, as I said, is on mental health, but we'll be touching on depression. So today I am here to learn from our two experts. Though I have my own statistics, I want to hear from them what really is the issue, what causes mental health, and we'll start from here. Bona Brian, kindly explain to our viewers what is mental health in your perspective.
So mental health is a lot of things. It's not a one-word thing. And to start off, before I describe what mental health is, we don't really have a contextualized term for mental health, especially in Africa. And it's a simple term. If I also may ask you, what is mental health in your mother tongue?
I wish I knew my mother tongue.
Exactly. Because we all term mental health as wazimu, and that's what all of us know mental health is. Okay. And it's a very new context, new aspect in the community and the society, especially in the African context, and it's something that we can't really understand. So mental health basically is the actual state of physical, psychological, emotional equilibrium, like having a balance of emotions and psychological of some. In a layman's language, it's basically being stable in your mind, being calm in your mind, and lack of any illness or any disorder that is psychologically related. In a very simple term, mental health is just being stable psychologically.
Amazing.
Okay, Swahili
Kiakili. Amazing. Yes, Bwana Anthony.
Yes.
Tuambie hii mnyama inaitwa depression yenye natumalizia vijana. What is depression?
Depression.
What is depression?
I like art and imagery, so I'll draw what depression is with an image. From the word itself, deep, down, and again depression is down.
Yeah.
So it's like you dig a pit and you look up and you can't come out.
Okay.
So you become hopeless inside there. You are in depression.
So is it would you term it as a state of mind, state of livelihood? Maybe you can even touch but on a bit of the reasons why people get depressed.
Yeah. Personally, as a scientist, it's a state of mind. It's like happiness. I can't make you happy. People think alcohol makes them happy. People think weed makes them happy. But you just choose to be happy. I can drink and not become happy. I can just... So it's a state of mind. It's a place where you take yourself to.
So
it's not a disease in itself. It's not an illness itself. It's a place where you reach because of some things.
Because of something.
Yes.
Amazing. And Okay, from what you're saying, from what I'm getting is, you mean like, you know, when you were growing up, when you were young, ukiumwa na kichwa, or when you had something bothering you, and then you're given medication, you seem to convince yourself that you feel better. And you know, it's like, do you mean that depression is that state of mind? It's you who puts yourself, you become comfortable in depression itself.
You don't become comfortable, but you have asked about causes. So let's take the biggest cause to be stress. You know, all of us go through stress. Clients, mimi, wewe, everybody is stressed. The cameraman there, they're going through stress right now, the video this thing. It's stressful. You're just standing there, so stress. So how you deal with the stress determine the outcome.
Okay.
For those who don't deal with their stress, whatever causes the stress, let's take a good example, a person who has been abused at 12 years, 13 years, good the case. Alafu anyamaze nayo, asidili nayo, itakuwa na mbodha, you won't trust men, or you won't trust women, you won't trust whatever, then you build up. If you don't deal with it, kuna place utafika, then you'll call it depression.
Okay, amazing. So guys, just before we go to a short break and come to Brian, and I want to share with you a few of the statistics I have. In our educational system in the world, people aged between 17 years to 30 years are the ones who are greatly affected by stress and depression. And most of them tend to give up. And the most affected are the ones in the university level. That is, those guys who are doing diploma, certificate, undergraduate, your master's, your PhD. Those are the people who are mostly affected. Well, guys, thank you for tuning in. I ask that you stay tuned as we go on to the second segment of where Brian will be telling us 1, 2, 3 and a bit about what he does and what mental health is and more about depression. Stay tuned. Welcome back, guys, to Young and Responsible. And our topic today is on mental health, where we are touching on various challenges, symptoms, and everything, the norms and the cons to deal with depression. And before I go very far, okay, we've gone so far already. You know, for one to be a mentor, you need to undergo whatever you're mentoring. For me to be a football coach, I need to understand football very well. I need to have played football at some extent. Siwezi kuwa coach wa rugby ni kuja coach football because the rules are different. Because rugby unaweza pigwa ngumi, so yeah. No offense. So I want to ask both of you. Let's start with you, Brian. Have you ever been depressed? Ushai kuwa stressed?
Stress ni kila siku. Hata saizi niko na stress.
I hope si juu ya atitu ya show ama nini?
Bana niliacha macho kali kwa jiko. Anyway.
Macho kali. Okay.
I think I was diagnosed with depression when I was 11 years after losing my mom. That was, I think, among the first cases of depression among my children. So at 11, I was diagnosed with depression. Well, I'm still depressed, but it's mild depression. So one of the things that really came out was loss and grief. I lost my mother when I was 11 years, and it really hit me so hard at the point of going to the ICU. That's how bad depression can be, and it's not a very good place to be, because life doesn't mean anything to you anymore. There's no meaning to life anymore. So yes, I've been depressed. That was the first episode. After Form 4 too, same thing happened. I really got down because that support system around me, it was so weak. And at least someone noticed, and I was taken out of it. I came out. Since that time, I've not really had any episode of depression as such. At least I was taught on how to manage it. Anytime I feel like there's a symptom that it's coming through. And depression is not something that we treat. We manage depression.
Okay.
So it's not something that's not tunapewa dawa alafu kiamka kisha asubuhi nitakuwa sawa. We manage it. Like you're the one now to know when is it coming out, how do I make sure I'm not going to those episodes, how do I progress into being better, because you can't really kill it. Yeah.
Well, I get what you're saying, and we are very sorry about your mom. I'm sorry we had to touch on that. And don't worry, we stand together. I've also been there. So yes, Bwana Tony.
Yes.
Wewe kwanza umeshindanga ukicheka. Ushaipitia depression ama stress?
Stress is totally so everywhere. It's a level of stress. So once in my life, there's one point where the stress was too much, and she got diagnosed with depression. But I knew alinafika Ikiendelea hivyo, nafika your place. Depression. So that time, I told God, I'm a strong believer of God.
Amen. Amen.
Yes, guys. So I told God, nothing you can do for me right now. Just let me die. Instead of living, just let me die. And in that moment, like 4 weeks, he gave me a reason to live. So he asked, this question get to my mind, and I was thinking, so if you die, then what? What about that person who needs to know this truth? What about that person who needs to come out of this issue like you are? What about that person? If you die, then what? That's the point where I cried so much kutoa yote because of my family issues. It was mostly family issues. Father, mother issues, stuff like that. And so then the world is coming on you have no job, nothing, you finish school.
Uko na pressure, your friends are making it. Hey.
No, so it was just too much pressure, but then through steps backwards, growing in faith, and doing what I do best. I love football, I play soccer, exercise a lot. I just
You sweat it all out.
I came back and
Amazing.
choose.
Amazing. So I've also undergone depression. Once, twice, or even 3 times, to an extent that I sat one day in my room. I was so stressed that I sat in a room, looked at the roof, and started laughing because I had reached a point where I realized that hapa ndo mtu amefikia mpaka naenda kuulizia bei ya kamba kwa duka, ndakuja afunge. So when I was looking at the ceiling, naangalia the fan was going round, so unafunga kamba up and then you hang. So I think we've all gone through this stage, and it's how you overcome it that actually determines it. And I guess this is why you're bringing the show to you guys, because I know there's someone who's suffering right now. You don't know how to deal with it. You don't know how to go about it. You can comment. We'll leave our contact. We have a WhatsApp group where you can talk to us privately. We can get you experts like the ones we have right here, and we'll get in touch with you. So one last, maybe last question before we wind up the show. There's something that has been really trending. History ya Masponyo. History ya Masponyo. I don't think.
Sponsor.
Yes, sponsor. Not sponsor our sponsor. Sponsor our sponsor.
Yes.
Yeah, sponsor our sponsor. Yeah, in simpler terms, a sugar daddy, as they are called. Well,
Or a sugar mommy.
Yes, or a sugar mommy. Wow, I don't know, but yes, or a sugar mommy. So, okay, so. Yeah, so I doubt if you were brought up well and everything in your life is okay, I believe in my own perspective, there is no way you'll go to look for someone who's almost your father's age or your mother's age to get sexually intimate just for certain pleasures. This is actually a question that was asked by one of our viewers. Mm-hmm. So from you guys, do you think History ya Masponyo, it's something to do with stress and depression? It's someone's way of handling stress and depression. Let's start with you, Brian.
Just one thing clearly. Hata mimi natafuta sponsor. Out of the record. Let's not mistake our sexual life or kind of relationship for mental health. We have sexual disorders, sexual orientation disorders on how people experience sex differently and how people relate, which are not personality issues. But issue your sponsor, to me, I can't really classify it as a mental disorder or an issue that it's more directly associated to mental disorder. But one thing I know is that different factors lead people to different reasons of wanting to be the sponsor. Yeah. One, which is most common, is financial. People want to be, as behind the scene, we're talking about how we define success. How young people can define success. Success to most people, it's like, let's say 70% of young people will tell you it's finance, being financially stable. And if that's the view success as like social media, is talking about social media. You see your friend in Malaysia, where at Nairobi jaitoka, at chuo cha kwenyu. You want to identify with that friend, you want to be the range of that friend. You're not asking yourself, what did he or she do to get that point? So you have to find the easiest way. And that problem is instant gratification, which young people have. And one of the point of getting that instant gratification is now finding that sponsor who will give you exact, like the quickest money possible, and you won't even have to struggle for it because it's just
It's there. It's money.
Exactly.
Yeah. So guys, it's been an amazing show. I am happy that. Thank you guys for coming. First and foremost. Well, I'll just read 2 comments from our guys from our WhatsApp group. One called Ann Jared says that my take is do not feel desperate to stay in a relationship with someone who doesn't love you. Run away, however painful it is, you will be happy in future. Trust me. Another comment. Another comment from a young man, I believe he's called Dennis Onsogo. He says, my take is be ready for anything, in relationships or in real life. Understand that life messes us all up. So thank you very much, guys. And gentlemen, I will give you an opportunity maybe as we close. I'm pretty sure you will look straight to that camera and tell us as we close. Give us a word of advice to the youth. Something that you'd want people to know that they don't know, or something you haven't mentioned in the shortest time possible, in the shortest sentence possible. So, Tony, camera yako.
Sentence. Probably just to be direct about this issue in terms of solution. Depression, stress, are just hormones that go to your brain and then distort your brain and stuff like that. So you can counterattack those hormones. Number one is eating well, not eating a lot, eating well. Healthy eating, practice good eating. Stress, eat well, not sikukula sana, eat well. Number 2, exercise. Run, swim, jog, jump, play something, exercise. Counterattack those hormones in your head. So overcome the stress. The hormonal causes of stress and overcome. And 3, support unit. Just find a support unit. Useme haiko, ziko, iko, watu wako, after 2. And then, young people, please, courage, strength, courage. Learn to be strong, learn to be courageous. Go out there and explore your heart. So go ahead.
He's talked about what the person undergoing through depression or any mental disorder will do. So I'm looking at you as the person who knows any other person. I think being a safe space is important in any scenario. And the first thing is have a listening ear. Like just try and reach out to. The moment you started noticing your friend drifting away from its normal activities, reach out. The best thing is always listen. Don't come up with solutions or answers or stories in Yaziko. Be there to listen and be the safe space they're looking for. So just be the safe space you want anyone else to be when you're in the same situation.
Yeah. Amazing. And guys, that rounds up the show. Maybe something from me is there's something. I was watching an interview of this. There's a comedian called George Kagwe. I'm not sure if you guys know him. He was on an interview on one of our local stations, and what he says is he does whatever he does just to entertain people. What am I trying to say? Guys, you're seated there at home, you might know someone who's undergoing depression or someone who's already depressed. It's up to you to help that person. The same way my guests have said, you need to reach out to that person. Don't let someone suffer alone, because remember, in this world, no one is an island. I have been your host, Mario Kubo. Thank you for tuning in. Keep it young and responsible. You can stay safe. You can take care of yourself. Remember, you are accountable for everything and anything you do. Stay out of depression. Stay safe, guys. Bye-bye.
Never, never, never give up. Never, never, never give up. Never, never, never. Usikate tamaa, maana Mungu anakuona. Never, never, never give up. Never, never, never give up. Never, never, never. Usikate tamaa, hangaika kila kona.